In this video, we will explore the stories of 11 individuals who killed emperors in Chinese history, where power was the most coveted treasure, but also a double-edged sword. The first is Zhao Gao, a powerful eunuch of the Qin Dynasty. Zhao Gao, with boundless ambition, not only wanted to be the power behind the throne but also sought to seize the throne itself. When Emperor Qin Shi Huang fell seriously ill during his 5th inspection tour, he left a will that designated his eldest son, Fusu, as the heir. However, Zhao Gao, fearing that Fusu would ascend to the throne and diminish his own power, secretly conspired with Hu Hai and Chancellor Li Si in a plot known as the Salt and Sand Conspiracy. They killed Fusu and installed Hu Hai on the throne, who became Qin heir Shi. Once Hu Hai took power, Zhao Gao continued to manipulate the government from behind the scenes, controlling key decisions like a grand chess player. However, the cruelty and incompetence of Qin heir Shi sparked rebellions across the empire, which eventually led to the downfall of much of the Qin territory, falling into the hands of Liu Bang and Xiong Yu. Fearing that Hu Hai would discover the truth and seek revenge, Zhao Gao secretly brought his son-in-law, Yan Lu, into the palace to assassinate Hu Hai. After Qin heir Shi's death, Zhao Gao aspired to crown himself emperor, but lacked support from the ministers. He was forced to place a member of the royal family, Ziying, on the throne. In the end, Zhao Gao was killed in another conspiracy. The second is Wang Mang, a powerful figure in the Western Han Dynasty. Born into the prestigious Wang family, Wang Mang stood out due to his frugal and humble lifestyle, which contrasted with the lavishness of other family members. After Emperor Han Cheng died, Wang Mang, with the support of his aunt, Empress Wang, seized power in the court. When Emperor Han Ai and Emperor Han Ping both died young, Wang Mang took the opportunity to consolidate his power and gradually revealed his ambition to become the true ruler. He overthrew the Han dynasty, declared himself emperor, and founded a new dynasty, the Xian dynasty. After ascending to the throne, Wang Mang implemented major reforms known as the Wang Mang reforms, aimed at redistributing land and wealth. However, these reforms angered the aristocracy, leading to widespread opposition. Soon after, he killed the remaining royal family members of the Han dynasty to solidify his power. The growing unrest from local aristocratic elites led to uprisings against Wang Mang's reforms. Eventually, Wang Mang was defeated by the military and killed. The third is Dong Zhuo, a powerful warlord in the late Eastern Han dynasty. After the death of Emperor Han Ling, the throne was passed to the young Emperor Shao. General He Jin, with the help of the Empress Dowager, controlled the court, but the eunuchs constantly sought to seize power. In an attempt to eliminate the eunuchs, He Jin invited the warlord Dong Zhuo from the west to lead his forces into the capital. However, before Dong Zhuo could arrive, He Jin was assassinated. Yuan Shao and other generals, seeking to avenge He Jin's death, killed the eunuchs, paving the way for Dong Zhuo to take control of the capital and the imperial court. Dong Zhuo, with his iron grip, deposed Emperor Shao and placed Emperor Xian on the throne as a puppet ruler, angering the common people. His brutal reign sparked revolts from warlords like Cao Cao and Yuan Shao, but their efforts were unsuccessful. Eventually, Minister Wang Yun devised a plan, and with the help of Lu Bu, Dong Zhuo was assassinated, ending his tyrannical rule. However, the cost of resistance was high. The fourth person is Sima Zhao, a powerful minister of the Chao Wei during the Three Kingdoms period. After his father, Sima Yi, killed Chao Shuang in 249, the Sima family began establishing a dictatorship, turning Chao Feng and Chao Mao into puppet emperors. When Chao Mao attempted to reclaim power, Sima Zhao ordered his assassination right in the streets, in front of both officials and the public. After Chao Mao's death, Sima Zhao placed Chao Huan on the throne, maintaining control over the Chao Wei court. With Sima Zhao's growing influence, the power of the Chao Wei gradually shifted into the hands of the Sima family. After Sima Zhao passed away, his son, Sima Yan, continued manipulating the court and forced Chao Huan to abdicate. At this point, Sima Yan decided to end the Chao Wei dynasty and established the Qin dynasty, declaring himself emperor. However, like a never-ending power struggle, Sima Yan faced new conspiracies, with internal conflicts erupting within the Qin court. The fifth person is Yang Jian, a high-ranking minister and general of the northern Zhou, son of General Yang Zhong. During a chaotic period, many high-ranking officials turned to the powerful minister, Wu Wenhu, to strengthen their positions. However, Yang Jian, with sharp intelligence and far-reaching vision, refused to cooperate with Wu Wenhu, making him a formidable threat. After Emperor Wu of Zhou, Wu Wenhu, removed the powerful Wu Wenhu, he began to favor Yang Jian, granting him the title Duke of Sui. To further solidify their relationship, Wu Wenhu married his son to Yang Jian's daughter, Yang Lihua, making her a princess. When Emperor Wu of Zhou died, his son, Wu Wenhu, succeeded the throne and made Yang Lihua empress, while promoting Yang Jian to the title of Grand General. However, Yang Jian's growing power caused dissatisfaction among many. Wu Wenhu intended to eliminate Yang Jian, but due to his indulgence in wine, he soon died. After Wu Wenhu's death, Yang Jian seized power and eventually overthrew the northern Zhou dynasty, establishing the Sui dynasty. The sixth person is Lu Yu, a brilliant general of the eastern Qin. Lu Yu not only played a key role in quelling internal turmoil in the eastern Qin but also conquered the southern Yan, regaining large portions of Central Plains territory from the northern Wei. He even retook Chang'an and Luoyang. But with the weak and ineffective Emperor Qin, Lu Yu began harboring ambitions to overthrow the throne. Not long after, Lu Yu assassinated Emperor Qin and placed a new puppet emperor on the throne. Ultimately, he forced this emperor to abdicate, marking the end of the Qin dynasty and the beginning of the Lusong dynasty, which he founded. The seventh person is Wu Wenhu, a powerful minister of the Western Wei and grandson of Wu Wenhu. After the death of his grandfather, Wu Wenhu took control of the regency and manipulated the Western Wei court. He forced the emperors of the Western Wei to hand over their power to the Wu Wenhu family, eventually establishing the Northern Zhou dynasty. However, Wu Wenhu's immense power caused resentment among many, and eventually, he was assassinated by Wu Wenju when he no longer wished to remain a puppet ruler. After Wu Wenhu's death, power shifted to Wu Wenju, the grandson of Wu Wenhu, who became emperor of the Northern Zhou. However, Wu Wenju refused to follow the guidance of Wu Wenhu, and within a year of his ascension, he was killed. Wu Wenhu continued to help the fourth son of Wu Wenhu, Wu Wenju, become emperor of the Northern Zhou. However, after witnessing Wu Wenhu's cruelty, Wu Wenju dared not oppose him and had to obey. Later, as an opportunity arose with Wu Wenhu's decline, Wu Wenju secretly killed Wu Wenhu and took full control. The eighth person is Yang Guang, Emperor Yang of the Sui dynasty. After the founding of the Sui dynasty, Yang Guang succeeded his father to the throne and continued to develop the country. However, his brutal policies, including heavy taxation and forced labor, led to widespread rebellions. These uprisings spread across the country, plunging the Sui dynasty into chaos. In the end, during a rebellion, Yang Guang was assassinated by his own subordinates, commanded by Wu Wenhua, marking the end of his rule. The ninth person is Li Xian, the emperor of the Tang dynasty. After the fall of the Sui dynasty, Li Xian ascended the throne, but due to his weak character, the actual power soon slipped from his hands and into the grasp of his powerful consort, Empress Wu Zetian. Wu Zetian, with grand ambitions of her own, longed to become the ruler of China. She cleverly manipulated Li Xian into agreeing that her daughter, Princess Enlu, should succeed him. However, Li Xian, although weak, still believed in his son's future as the crown prince and refused to agree to Wu Zetian's plans. As the power struggle intensified within the royal court, Princess Enlu grew increasingly paranoid. fearing that Li Xian would punish her for her mother's ambitions. In a desperate bid to secure her future and to protect her position, and Lu made a dark decision. She killed her father, Emperor Li Xian, in a cruel and secretive manner, using poison mixed in his food. With her father's death, Wu Zetian's plans were set in motion, and she was able to position her daughter, Anle, to succeed the throne as part of a carefully orchestrated coup. The 10th person is Li Xian, emperor of the Tang Dynasty, who found himself caught in a fierce power struggle within the palace. Following the death of his father, Li Xian ascended the throne, but his reign was short-lived. Despite his position, his character was fragile, and soon, the power in the court passed to Empress Wu Zetian, his wife. Known for her fierce ambitions, Wu Zetian had long dreamed of ruling as emperor herself. She skillfully persuaded Li Xian to let her take the reins. But when he decided to appoint his son as the crown prince, Wu Zetian saw it as a threat to her own aspirations. Princesse Enle, ever loyal to her mother, feared that Li Xian's insistence on his son's future would ruin her mother's plans. So, in a ruthless move that sent shockwaves through the palace, Princess Enle poisoned her father, ensuring Wu Zetian's control over the empire. This allowed Wu Zetian to manipulate events in her favor, securing the throne for herself and her daughter while eliminating any threats to their rule. The 11th person is Empress Dowager Cixi, one of the most powerful figures in the Qing dynasty. Initially a low-ranking concubine, she rose to prominence when Emperor Xianfeng chose her as the mother of the future emperor. And after his death, she took control of the throne as the regent. Under her rule, Cixi ruled with an iron fist, manipulating the court and controlling all major decisions, often placing her own ambitions above the welfare of the empire. Though she supported her grandson, Emperor Guangxu, in his ascension to the throne, she never allowed him any real power. She continuously controlled the court behind the scenes, making all decisions herself, even ordering the execution of those close to Guangxu whom she deemed as threats. Under her reign, the empire faltered, and foreign powers began to invade China, taking advantage of the Qing dynasty's weakened state. Despite Guangxu's desire to lead China with a more progressive vision, Cixi put immense pressure on him, even forcing the military to abandon their campaign to confront foreign powers. She ordered the negotiations with Japan to ensure a peace treaty that humiliated China, resulting in lost territories. When Guangxu attempted to resist her control and implement reforms, Cixi felt threatened and ordered the poisoning of her grandson. Just one day before her own death, Empress Dowager Cixi had Guangxu poisoned, cementing her grip on power until her passing. In these stories, the lust for power and betrayal within the palace serve as the backdrop for one of history's most dramatic struggles for control. From ruthless assassinations to the deadly ambitions of royal families, these historical figures shaped the fate of empires, often at the cost of their own moral integrity and familial bonds. The tale of their rise and fall reminds us of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the fragility of power.